Okay, let me start with a question. Why does a minor car crash involving a 77-year-old congresswoman suddenly go viral? Because here's the thing, when Representative Marcy Kaptur's car got into an accident last week, the internet didn't just shrug. Her office released a statement saying she's active, alert, and suddenly, it's headline news. Wait, why? I mean, politicians get into fender benders all the time, right? But this one feels different. And honestly, that's what hooked me. So let's dig into why this story matters beyond the obvious. First off, Kaptur isn't just any politician. She's the longest-serving woman in the House, representing Ohio for 40 years. That's longer than most of us have been alive. So when someone with that kind of political longevity has an incident, people pay attention. But here's what fascinates me, the way her office framed the statement. Active, alert, those aren't just buzzwords. They're a deliberate choice to signal stability. Why? Because in politics, perception is everything. If you're in your late 70s and a minor crash raises eyebrows, you have to reassure voters you're still sharp. Personally, I think this reflects a bigger tension in how we view aging leaders. We respect experience, but we're also paranoid about decline. It's a double standard we don't apply to younger politicians. Now, let's unpack the crash itself. Details are sparse, no police report, no injuries mentioned. But that's the point. In my opinion, the lack of drama here is what's telling. This wasn't a high-speed chase, or a scandalous DUI. It was a fender bender that got amplified because of who she is. And that's the reality when you're a public figure, every stumble gets a spotlight. What many people don't realize is how much of a politician's life is spent managing optics. Even a minor incident becomes a PR test. Did her team handle it well? Absolutely. They minimized the event while subtly reinforcing her competence. Smart move. But wait, let's zoom out. This isn't just about Kaptur. It's about a trend we're seeing across the political spectrum, older leaders facing microscopic scrutiny. Think of Biden's train incidents or Sanders' heart issues. Age isn't just a number in politics, it's a narrative weapon. From my perspective, this crash story taps into a cultural anxiety about leadership aging out of touch. Are we projecting our fears onto these figures? Maybe. But here's the twist, Kaptur's district has re-elected her overwhelmingly. Her voters clearly aren't worried. So why does the national media treat these incidents like breaking news? I'd argue it's clickbait masquerading as concern. We're obsessed with finding weakness in leaders, even when there's no evidence of it. One detail I find fascinating. The timing. Kaptur's office released the statement quickly, avoiding a news vacuum. That's not accidental. In crisis comms, speed is everything. If they'd waited, rumors would have spread. Imagine the headlines, silence from Kaptur's office, what's really going on? By acting fast, they shut down speculation. But this also shows how political teams operate like damage control machines 24/7. Is that healthy for democracy? Probably not. But it's the reality of modern politics. So what's the takeaway here? For me, it's this: we need to question why we fixate on these moments. A car crash isn't a policy failure. It's a human moment. But in the age of performative politics, there's no such thing as a private mishap anymore. It's all grist for the media mill. And honestly, that's what's most interesting about this story, not the crash itself, but what it reveals about our obsession with perfection in leaders. Because let's face it, nobody's accident-free. But when you're a politician, even your mistakes become a referendum on your entire career. What do you think? Drop a comment, let's debate this.